Hi everybody, it's April from April's Crochet and More, and I wanted to show you my acquisitions and my finished objects. This is the rainbow bag from one of my three videos. I finished it and I put a long handle on it instead of two short ones, and I covered up the snap, the metal from the snap on the outside. I covered it up with a little gemstone. I just hot glued one on each side to hide it. And then I thought this was really cute, and I thought it went well with it. It says, "I want to be a unicorn." So I stuck that on there. I got that at the dollar store. They had them for $1. I picked up a few of them. And I finished this baby blanket. And this baby blanket is beautiful crochet baby blanket from, it's by Yarnspirations. My cat is wanting my attention and attacking me. And this baby blanket was made with Hobby. Since we all say it wrong, it's Hobby and not Hobie. It's made with, how do you say it, Tavali? I know I'm probably hatching that big time. 100% acrylic. And it is color print 1. And I think it comes in packs of 10. And I think I used 6 scans of it on this. And see, I have been buying these plastic sheets from the dollar store. Clear sheet protectors. They're 10 for $1. And I've been printing off my patterns and sticking it in them. That way I can mark when I'm finished doing a row. Which this one only just had repeat. But when I finish off a row on something like a shawl or something that has a lot of different stitches, then I can just mark it off on here with a marker or pen, and marker is easier and you can just wipe it off. And I've been putting all of my patterns that I want to do. I probably won't ever get to all of them, but I've been separating them. Like this is all shawls. Then I have one for baby blankets. And I went to the Browse and Buy again. And I bought all these notebooks. I bought like 6 or 7 of them for $1 a piece. Because they're having a sale this month for buy one, get one free. So I got quite a few of them. And I found these at the dollar store the other day. And I thought they were cute to put on bags. And they have little plastic tabs on them, and I don't want to take those off yet. But they light up. They have, let's see if you can see it better on on this one. It's in his mouth. It's a little flashlight, and when you push on that little button right there, it lights up and it makes a noise. And so does the llama. His is in his mouth. And then his is right there. And I couldn't resist. They're also from the dollar store. And I got purse handles. They were $2, but I got them at the Browse and Buy, so I got them for $1 because they were 50% off. And I found, sorry about the crinkling noise, a bunch of vintage yarn that I have never heard of. Flushers. I think it said it was made in New York. It's anti-shrink and moth-proof. 100% crimp set nylon. I've never heard of it being called crimp set before. It looks just like how the yarn is now that we get. But it was 25 cents. And then I found Bear brand, nylon and wool, washable, shrink, and stretch resistant. Which I don't know how it can really be stretch resistant. It has give to it. But it's moth proof too, permanently. It's magic skin, ready to knit, no balling or winding. So I wonder if this is from when they first started having it come out on the end. But I've never heard of it. And this is another color of the Bear one they had. And I found an old scan of Red Heart. Coats and Clark's Red Heart. And you can really tell by the feel of it, it's old, but plus it's kind of been around for a while. It's got some spots on it. And plus it was only 97 cents at Hearts, which used to be a local store that hasn't been in business for probably at least 20 years. Then there's these two scans. Look at this. It's two different shades of blue. And this one feels like it's probably the older Red Heart. And this one may be one of the newer ones, but it's still kind of scratchy. It's probably one of the ones that are made in China. And it seems like their number 4 yarn is a lot thicker than what it used to be. Or it's a lot thinner now than what it used to be back then. Not by much, but a little bit. Unless it's just not wrapped as tight, maybe. And then there's another one I've never heard of. Craft and Rug yarn. It's Woolworth. Woolworth Welco. And I don't think there's been a Woolworths around. I don't even want to know for how long. I can't make the price out, but I know it's only cents. And that's a 9, but I can't make out what the number is right here. But there's no dollar amount, just change. I wonder if it's... I was curious if it was moth proof. Yep, shrink and moth proof. 100% DuPont Orlon acrylic. Probably butchered that too. And let's see. I don't know how old this one is. I've never seen them. I'm guessing maybe you can buy them somewhere at like Michael's or one of those stores. I don't get to go to those very often. I don't live... It takes me 45 minutes to get to a Walmart, so... But it's Lion brand Fun. Great for knitting, crocheting, and all craft projects. Maybe one of you can tell me if this is an older yarn or not. It says made in China. And I have to say I don't know where Lion brand is made. I don't think I've looked. I usually just look at the color and the yardage and the price. And then this is another one that I've never heard of. Heather Blend Ruger Bulky Yarn. It says it's made in America. Brunswick instructions. I don't know what Brunswick is. It's evidently a book. It says Brunswick instruction book should be used with this yarn. And it is Damask Rose, and I'm assuming that's supposed to, the HEA, so I'm assuming it's supposed to be Heather. And it looks like it's probably made in South Carolina. I'm assuming that's what the SC stands for. And let me see. Oh, I bought this at the Browse and Buy. I think it was probably for crayons and markers, maybe. There's no markings on it. It's plastic, but the little turntable on the bottom's metal. But I saw it and I thought that would work so well for my crochet hooks. And I'm going to even put my scissors down in the middle of it. I did have a little set of scissors stuck on here somewhere. And then it also has these little trays for stitch markers. My measuring tape, and those are some little claw keychains. But it even holds these, I'm assuming where markers go. It even holds this big hook that doesn't, I don't even know what size it is. It doesn't say on it. But it holds the big wooden ones. This one's a 8 by Susan Bates. And I have my rubber handled ones that just have the millimeters on them. These ones don't say anything. They're from Wish. This is a boy one, size K, 6.5. But they all fit except they don't fit down in there real well if I put them upside down. Well, they do go down in, but then you can't read what size they are. So that's why I have them in that way. And I also bought this metal, I can't think of what they're called. I know they're for desk organizers, whatever, but I have some of my crochet books in it. And I also wanted to say, because I keep forgetting, I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers for subscribing and everyone sticking by me. I still do not know how to edit, so everything you see me do is either done once or I have to redo it. Like this video is my second time doing it. But I also want to give a shout out and a big thank you to Jane from Scraptastic Yarns podcast for giving me a shout out. And let's see, there was someone else that gave me a shout out. I think maybe it was Leah's Handmade Crafts. So you'll want to check her out too. She's a really, she's crochet, but she also does other crafts too. And then I want to also give a shout out to Summer's Tips and Stitches. She has a really good podcast. And Dina, she makes beautiful baby clothes. And her channel's just D-I-N-A, Dina. And there's also Kiki Crochet. That's another small channel you might want to check out. And of course the Proper Pineapple. And the Fiber Spider. And Bag a Day Crochet. The Secret Yarnery. Let me see, am I forgetting anyone? I know there's a lot more. I know I'll have more on my next video to give shout outs to, but I want to tell everyone that has given me a shout out, thank you. They're helping my channel grow, and I hope me giving them a shout out helps their channels grow. Sometimes us smaller channels don't get found right away, so it takes us a while. And please just continue to bear with me while I figure out how to make these videos and make them better. And if there's anything you guys would like to see me make or make a yarn tutorial out of, please let me know. I am working on a shawl right now and a cardigan and a bag. Oh, that was one of the other things one of my other acquisitions was this metal clasp for bags. And I'm working on it right now too. And when I figure out how I'm going to do it, I might make a tutorial on it. And when I figure out my pattern for my cardigan, I will make a tutorial on it too. It's a work in progress, just like the bag. And I'm using someone else's pattern for my shawl. It's going to be a spring, summer lace scarf or shawl, however you want to call it. And it is by, let me see if I can find. It's from MakeMyDayCreative.com. I'm trying to find out who the designer is. And I don't see it on here. I'll have to find it before I show it to you guys when I get it done. But just let me know what you want to see on this channel. I'd like to make it so that you all get to see what you want to see. And see if there's something you want to see made. And please hit the like button for me. Or smash that like button, as a lot of them say. And please subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Thank you, and have a great day and a great weekend.